We are live here. Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Monday and happy new week, and welcome to this week's new podcast episode. So, have you ever found yourself questioning God's plan, wondering why things didn't work out the way you hoped it would? So, if you've ever felt lost, uncertain, or struggling to heal after a difficult season, this podcast episode is for you. So today, in this week's new podcast episode and on my live here, I will be diving deep into the power of trusting God's plan and how it can lead to true healing and peace. And I will be sharing an exciting update on my latest blog post where I go even deeper into the journey. So stay tuned for that at the end of this live broadcast. So if you are watching this live right now on my Facebook page, on my YouTube channel, and on Instagram, please hashtag live in the comments and please let me know where you are tuning in from. And if you are watching the replay, please hashtag replay. And by the way, I bought new furniture. So slightly different background here, and which I'm super excited. So the lamp over there is working, but that lamp I need to set up. So anyways, I'm so glad that you're all here with me today, because this topic that I am going to be talking about really struck a chord with me, and it actually enlightened me, inspired me, because I wanted to talk about this. I really, really wanted to talk about this. So let's dive into this. So the struggle of trusting God's plan. So I don't know about you, but have you ever asked yourself, why God, why me? In other words, there was a time when I struggled to understand why certain doors were closing in my life. So there were a lot of doors that were closing in my life. For example, my marriage ended after 23 years because of domestic violence. And, that part of my chapter, I had to close. I had to break through those self-limiting beliefs and realize that I was starting a brand new chapter in my single life here. Okay. So have you ever struggled with that? Why me? Because there are a lot of women who struggle with this because they feel that God is not working, but actually God is carving a new path for you. So there was a time when I struggled to understand why certain doors were closing in my life. And that goes for friendships, whether it was relationships, career paths, or personal struggles. I found myself asking, why God, why me? But I realized that even when I didn't see it, he was working behind the scenes. So God was working behind the scenes. So actually, God deconstructed me into the person that I am today. I'm a women's empowerment leader. I am a podcast host and also a speaker and an author. Okay. And by the way, if you're on my YouTube channel right now, please like, follow, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Spotify, Apple, and all the live streams you listen to. So let's take a deep dive into the subject. Okay, so let me do a scripture for you. So a scripture for reflection comes from Romans 8:28, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. So at the end of the day, life is not happening to you. It is happening for you. And when I read this Bible verse, is a scripture for reflection. So instead of asking yourself, why is this happening to me? Ask, What is God preparing me for? And that requires a shift in your perspective. And also, when we let go of the need for control, we open ourselves up to God's greater purpose. So find the strength and surrender. So an example is surrendering to God, just surrendering, and I hired a mentor, I hired a coach. I left my 6-figure corporate job last year because I knew that God called me to a greater purpose in life. And I am so happy and blessed that I have stepped into my true purpose, and I'm empowering other women as well, divorced women. I am on a mission to empower you to live your best life and to break free from those self-limiting beliefs so you can step into your true purpose and calling in life. And guess what? You will live a happy life and a life filled with abundance. Because I can tell you this, I know that there's a lot of spiritual warfare going on. And I had a conversation with a friend of mine who is a women's empowerment coach. And regardless of the beliefs that we have, maybe some of you are believers, some of you may be non-believers, and that's okay. There's no judgment here. We're here to have a healthy conversation. So we had a very, very good conversation about this topic, because I was on a journey of self-discovery last year because, as you all know, I moved out of New York State and moved to Florida. And I feel so happy and grateful because I live in a 1-bedroom apartment, which is nothing wrong with that, because God deconstructed me. He said, you are going to live a life filled with abundance. But that doesn't mean that I had to live in a 2-bedroom apartment. So this apartment is, especially with the new furniture that I have, I just really love it, and it's so inviting. And, God was preparing me for something better. And not only, empowering women through paid speaking events now, and my podcast, which I have had for 6 years. So this has been quite a journey. Okay. Quite a journey. So if this is resonating with you, please #resonate in the comments. Okay. So when we let go of the need for control, we open ourselves up to God's greater purpose. So look for the lessons. So what is the lesson in this journey called life? Every challenge carries wisdom. Trust that God is teaching and guiding you. So now we have an announcement. Okay, so read my latest blog. Oh my God. I launched a brand new blog post. So my latest blog post, Trusting God's Plan, How Faith Leads to Healing After Divorce. It goes even deeper into this topic. In it, I share personal reflections, scriptures, and practical steps to help you surrender and trust God fully. So you can read it now. And what I'm going to do is let me post the link here. Let me see if I have the link here. Yes, I do have the link here. So I launched a brand new blog. So it's called Surrendering Control and Trusting His Timing. It's actually how faith led me to healing after divorce. Because, I understand that divorce is one of life's most painful transitions. It is a painful transition for a lot of people, and which I completely understand. So what I'm going to do is, let me put the link here. Just give me 1 second. And it is right here. So what I'll do is I will post the blog post here in the comments section. So you go to letsbreakthesilence.grooveblog.com and it's trusting God's plan and how faith leads to healing after divorce. And, God put it in my heart to share this wisdom with you. And I've received a lot of excellent feedback on my blog so far. So please go ahead and read that. I would love your input. I would love your feedback on it. And we find strength in faith, not fear. Okay. I also talk about healing through forgiveness and letting go. Because guess what? Holding on to the past, it will only weigh you down. It will only weigh you down. So I would love to hear your thoughts. So DM me on Instagram or comment on my latest post and tell me what's one time in your life where trusting God's plan led to a breakthrough. I would love to know. And before I go, I just want to remind you that your pain is not wasted. God is working even in the waiting. So trust him and trust his plan, because he is leading you to something greater. And don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share this episode with someone who needs encouragement today. Okay? So until next time, stay strong, stay faithful, keep the faith, and keep breaking the silence. And this podcast episode will be uploaded onto Spotify and Apple, and that will be uploaded within the next couple of days. As you know, I launch weekly new podcast episodes, and please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, which we're on right now. Let's Break the Silence with Angeline. So if this post resonated with you, please, I would love your feedback. I really, really would love your feedback on this topic. And please go ahead, and I will post the blog in the comments section. So all you have to do is just click on it and read my new launch of my new blog post. All right. So keep the faith, keep smiling. It's Monday. Let's make it a great week. And I will see you all soon. Bye for now.